Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, its valuation against the US dollar. How far have we come? And honestly, is this the how should I put it? The boost for Bitcoin to get it beyond the 20-week moving average. Remember, if you like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. So we've come a long way, all right? And I'm not talking about just this past week. I'm talking about, since July. Since July, we have rallied from the wick of about 30,000, just under 30,000 to $50,000 now. We have gained about $20,000 worth of valuation. In percentage terms, we're talking about perhaps a 76% increase in valuation. Over that time. And even before then, we've been below the 20-week moving average since May, broke out of it in August, and now we've been holding up against the 20-week moving average ever since. Now, with that said, the 20-week moving average is increasing. It is now at 41,659 compared to last week, which was 40,880. Perhaps this is perhaps we were waiting for this moment for the 20-week moving average to curl up to start moving up. And you can kind of see that right now. We're up about 4% for the week. We're about up 2% for the day. Um, we're not quite at the local peak, which we made about 51,611, and we're far away from the all-time high for Bitcoin, which was at $65,000 or $64,000. So things to take note of. The RSI looks fantastic. I mean, it's at 57.80. We're not oversold. We're not um, uh, overbought. And we're kind of in the middle. And with that said, I would say that the path of least resistance or following the trend is up, right? We've made a higher low, right? And we're bound to make our higher high. And if this is confirmed, then in all, I would say buckle up. We're not out of the woods yet, because we're not we're far we're about 20% away from the 20-week moving average or so, about 19.15%, which is a considerable gap. But we have to keep the pace. We have to keep up the pace. Before we can, essentially let up and celebrate. I'll celebrate once we hit the prior all-time high, let's say. But the first target would be the prior local high, which is at about $52,000. So another $2,000 of valuation will bring us there. So we're relatively not too far away. With that said, let's take a look at October of last year and let's see what happened in October of last year. The last time in October, okay, let's see here, October 5th. Yeah, this is the first week of October. Um, Q4 for Bitcoin was pretty impressive to say the least. We increased in 200%. So about $22,000 in valuation, trading from $10,000 to about $32,000. We broke the prior all-time high in this quarter. Better yet, uh, let's divide it up here and let's take a look at the other quarters of Q4. Q4 for um, Q4 during a bear market, not terrible. Okay, not terrible. Down 5.93%. Q4 during another bear market, a little worse, 40%. But let's look at Q4s in a bull market. This was a 223% increase, about a 62% increase. 2015, a 91% increase. So Q4 is pretty good for Bitcoin. Pretty good for Bitcoin. And so here's hoping that we're able to replicate that this quarter as well. Some things to I would say some things to note, right? Um, Bitcoin has failed to make a higher high in a very long time. Okay, since April, I would say, and we had a dead cat bounce that brought us up to 50 51, that and then brought us down to about 40,000. So, with that said, if Bitcoin continues the trend and we get to the prior all-time high, I think that we're in a pretty good position for the market. I would also expect altcoins to do a little dance up at the prior all-time high. Essentially, I would assume this is a gamble, but I would assume people would start doing a lot more risk taking at the prior all time high because they know this is when altcoins do their best. When Bitcoin is above the 20-week moving average, when there's a considerable gap between the price and the 20-week moving average, um, altcoins tend to do well. In all reality, though, you must take into consideration is if Bitcoin gives us another run like we did in October, where it just the price just keeps on going up, altcoins are going to have a very hard time to keep up and may lose valuation against Bitcoin. Now, if you're not concerned about that, you're only concerned about the US dollar, then odds are you're going to be fine. Like Chainlink today is a good example of that. Chainlink is being outpaced by Bitcoin. It's down 4.44% against Bitcoin, but it's up 1.73% against the US dollar. So again, if that's all you're concerned, then I guess that's fine. But do know that with this logic, you would have made more money with Bitcoin. Now, that isn't to say that you should invest all your money in Bitcoin, but be prepared for altcoins to lose a little bit of their Bitcoin valuation during this period when Bitcoin becomes bullish. If it does start to rally and keep on rallying, that is the likely scenario, and your Bitcoin position of your portfolio will tend to increase. Um, for me going forward, if that is the case, then I will start putting more money into altcoins, not just at Chainlink. As you may know, I've been throwing money at Chainlink because I think at these levels of Bitcoin valuations, it's a pretty good deal. But at this point, I would start putting money into Ethereum, which I haven't done in a very long time. I'd probably be putting money into um, more into Aave, maybe more into Tezos, but it's already rallying already, so I'm kind of hesitant on that. Uniswap would be another example. Even at these levels here, it's pretty good deal. But again, if that is the case, my Bitcoin position increases. I can pour more capital into my altcoin positions, and then wait until that considerable gap between the 20-week moving average and Bitcoin's price is at a point where people start to risk take on altcoins, and you already have your position in altcoins, and you're ready to ride the ride. And so that's essentially my game plan for the foreseeable future. Um, excuse me. So focusing on Bitcoin, I have my futures contracts with Bitcoin, which will in turn, I guess, help increase my position in Bitcoin, right? And so once that keeps on appreciating, I can then close those positions and then move those positions into altcoins. Probably by next quarter. Anyway, that is all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.